good people? What is going on? It's your boy, Trouble T Roy, getkickswholesale@gmail.com. GETKICKZWHOLESALE@gmail.com. Real quick video wanted to do for you guys. I stated in the last video that I kind of will go over some information about the sneaker apps. And pretty much right now, it's two major ones, which you have StockX and you have the GOAT app. And you probably see all your big name like YouTubers and stuff like that. They do a lot of reviews on them, particularly GOAT. Like StockX, I don't hear nobody really riffing or beefing, with them or having any issues with them. And if so, it's only a couple, like, for lack of terms, it's only like a couple YouTubers, and they just reviewed, for lack of terms, stuff that they've gotten from StockX. But a lot of headliners and a lot of the bigger YouTubers you see the headliners like is GOAT app legit, and you'll see that. And I'm here to give you a little more insight from a business perspective, from those of you that's in the sneaker community, because again, I always feel like I told you, the sneaker community is really like jacked right now. And part of that comes from new people being exposed to it every day, so-called sneakerheads. Like, I've been a sneakerhead since the early 90s, since I was a youngin'. 12 years old, I was buying my own kicks, and that's when I became, an actual sneakerhead. So pretty much with that being said, here's the insight to the apps, and I'll give you a basic video on it, because in the course I do, I'm going to really go in depth, in detail. I'm going to tell you who's who in that community, and how, for instance, like some of these apps, well, it's only two that I'm really referencing, but you're going to see a lot more soon, because that's the wave that it's going to. So I'm predicting that now. You're going to see more sneaker apps. You're going to see more YouTubers doing more reviews on new sneaker apps, asking, is such and such sneaker app legit? So I guess that's where I'll start. You'll see a lot of stuff like, is this sneaker app legit? And then you'll see them do a review video of the sneakers, and majority of the time, I think I only saw a couple that kind of had some questionable stuff. They had questions regarding the app, and it was like the GOAT app. But most of the time, you're going to see, yeah, these joints are legit. They check out. I don't see anything wrong with it. Matter of fact, I'm going to do a future order from them, so on and so forth. And like I say, the main one you hear about is GOAT, and a lot of people reviewing GOAT. What people have to understand from a business perspective, before I get into the real versus fake crap, from a business perspective, it's wise to market to big name YouTubers. If you realize, a lot of these big name YouTubers have PO boxes and stuff where you can send merch, fan mail, whatever the case may be. So what these apps do is they see the influence. Anybody that has normally 100,000 plus subscribers, they'll send them something on the house to get that YouTube community money. You get what I'm saying? So say, okay, I'll use me for example. Say if I have 100,000 subscribers and I do sneaker reviews, and they get wind of me doing sneaker reviews, they'll send me an email or a letter saying, hey Troy, can you review our sneakers on your video? Let the people know that what we're doing is legit. We'll shoot you a pair of kicks here and there. Or their company, they may say, hey man, we'll shoot you $2,000 and a pair of kicks in order for you to review our stuff. And as a YouTuber, I say yay or nay. Likely, I'm going to be like, all right, cool. Say yeah. Do a review. Oh man, GOAT is great shipping. The stuff they have is legit. Look down below. Here we go. Link in the description. So now there's a link in the description for GOAT. They've just driven more business to GOAT. So from a marketing and a business standpoint, that makes perfect sense to do. If I had a app and I want to get it out there in the sneaker community, because I know people live and die by what these big YouTubers say, sneaker YouTubers say, then of course I'm going to do that. If I'm GOAT, or if I'm StockX, or if I'm a new app, sneaker app that's coming, of course I'm going to do that to wedge my way into that sneaker community, because obviously they have over 100,000 viewers, and they can all become potential customers. So that's smart marketing from GOAT, StockX, so on and so forth. But however, here's the thing. This is where you got to be careful, and you really got to understand. Those apps, they say they're buy, sell, trade. Just like the consignment shops that I went over. These apps say they do the same thing. Well, buy and sell mainly. I've never seen the trading portion of it. But, so to be honest with you, it is some kicks that they have to buy and whatnot. So with that being said, so here is the gist to that. So they have to buy some kicks because they would be lying in business if they didn't buy from the public, right? Now, the process that I'm not familiar with, and I'm not afraid to let you know the honest portion of what I don't know, because I don't know everything. I'm not familiar with, like, I hear a lot of people say the swapping out of a better shoe and then selling the better quality shoe or whatever high-end shoe from individuals that they get them from. And I'll explain, because that didn't make sense to me just saying it. All right, so they'll get a shoe in, right? They do an authenticity check, which again is a little shabby to me, and here's why. You don't think in order to get their business started that they didn't have a stock of shoes in the first place, or they started taking shoes from people before their app business kind of got rolling? This is where you got to use common sense. So initially, again, just to show you guys, like, they do the same thing we do. Okay, they have wholesalers. Everybody that has limited stuff in nice quantities, more than like 2 or 3. If it's more than 2 or 3 and it's really limited stuff, shoes that you know you're not gonna pay any less than $1,250, $1,500, $2,500, $3,000 for, but they have full size runs of those shoes. Because number one, check out StockX. StockX don't take used. Goat takes used. StockX don't take used. So where are they getting all these shoes from? Everybody's not selling their kicks to these apps. These apps are buying kicks wholesale. No matter how legit you say they are, I'm not coming against them not being legit. Let's clear that up. What I'm telling you is they do the same thing that we do. They order direct from wholesaler. That's how they have certain shoes. That's how they got started selling certain shoes until they were able to take in and buy certain shoes from the public. This is how it works. So some shoes, like, it's even a filter. Some shoes that you sell to them, they will take, some they won't. I've had a couple people hit me and was like, hey, I bought these retail. I sent them to the sneaker apps and they still told me they were fake. And they have retail proof of purchase of these shoes. So they're selective. They don't want to spend a whole bunch of money buying from individuals. If you already have the shoe, they buy from individuals to keep their business honest, because they have to buy some or they'll be in trouble with whomever, you know, the state, the Better Business Bureau, things like that, because that's false advertisement. So they have to buy some shoes from the public. But just because they don't buy your shoes and they don't deem them as authentic, don't means that they're not authentic. I told you I had a couple retail pair go to both and they sent them back. These people have a quota of how much they're going to spend on shoes. But their goal is to sell the shoes. Their goal isn't to buy your shoe. The goal is for them to sell shoes, make a crazy profit, and win like that. So I want you guys to understand that perspective of these sneaker apps. You got to know that. Don't let it discourage you. Don't let it discourage you if they don't take your shoes. They have to do it like that. I got buddies that sell on there and that are more successful, but it depends on the shoe. They'll tell you every shoe that they sent through there hasn't gone through. It's real. And people are going to hate because, again, people hate truth. But that's how it is. You got to look at this from a business standpoint. It's not personal from them, people. It's business. It's business. Do I necessarily agree with that tactic? No. But they're selling. They're making money. That's what they're in the game to do. I can't be mad at them for that. The thing that makes me mad, like you guys hear me saying every video that I do almost, is the fact that they try to monopolize and stop the small guys from making paper. My thing is, it's enough paper out here for everybody to get up. That's just how the system works. It's enough. But the monopolization of it is where I have the issues. I don't knock nobody's hustle. I don't knock nobody's business. If that's what you do, that's what you do. But again, don't try to strong arm the competition. I know it's out here, to be real with you, it is kill or be killed. It's dog eat dog. That's how business works. But again, I'm a firm believer. You hear me say this a lot. In the law of harvest, you reap what you sow. So what you put out, you get back. So that's why I choose to put out good. So I get back good. People show me love. And again, when you're telling the truth, majority is going to come across as hate. Only the real people will show you love when you're telling the truth. I think that term real, recognize real is overused. And it's made a cliche. It's true, but everybody say it. And that's even coming from people that's not real. But that's how these sneaker apps do. That's how they operate. They have to operate as a business. Now, if you choose to send your shoes there to sell them, know everything that I just stated previous in this video. And you won't be disappointed. You'll have a nice little come, depending on what you have, you'll have a nice little come up. And it's going to be times where your shoes get sent back to you as rejected, as not authentic. Because it could be something as minor as a shoelace tip that they can say. And you like, I don't see that. But yet you go in, or you go online and you go into like Foot Locker and you see all the flaws on these sneakers that they doing, from the paint job to the stitching. It's shabby. But they have to be super selective. And again, they're not in the game, truthfully, to buy sneakers unless they can make a crazy flip from that shoe. They in the business to make money. That's what anybody is in business to do. Make money. So you got to look at it from that perspective. Until you look at it from that perspective, you're going to get mad when they send your shoes back. Or you know, or when they buy your shoes, you're going to be crazy excited and shocked. Like, you shouldn't be either way. Your expectation should just be what it is. Hey, they're here to make money. I'm there to make money. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to send them these. So, and try to get it, you know, try to get money just like they get money. But again, that's the perspective on the sneaker apps that you see out there. And like I say, see the prediction. Many more is coming. You're going to see maybe 3, 4 pop up within the next year, year and a half. Sneaker apps. It's a lot of stuff coming up the pike in the sneaker community. I've even seen some stuff. I've interviewed a gentleman over the phone. I want to get him I want to see if I can link up with him to get an actual interview over YouTube. But he's bringing something great to the sneaker community that'll drop, or for lack of terms, decrease all of this buffoonery that's going on in the real versus fake game, man. This gentleman, he's going to revolutionize the sneaker game, and I got a phone interview from him. And you know, I'm only giving y'all some previews here, but trying to get an actual interview, a sit down with him. He's the owner of a company that's just started, and again, it's going to revolutionize the sneaker game. And how awesome would that be, me being the small guy YouTuber, to get the first interview with this guy? So I got to jump on it before one of the big name YouTubers try to get him. But yeah, I'm gonna rap to him tonight, and I'll keep you guys posted. So, but I did promise I would get this vid out here, the perspective on the sneaker apps, so that way you guys know how to maneuver and how to work with it. You know, questions or concerns, you already know what to do. Hit me in the comments or at my email, getkickswholesale@gmail.com, GETKICKZWHOLESALE, and I'm out. Peace.